Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, ODM party today appointed Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o as the new ODM party leader. Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, who is also the Kisumu governor, is taking over from Raila Odinga, who will now focus more on his bid of becoming the next chair of the African Union Commission. That move by ODM party, in my view, signals Raila Odinga's exit from the local political scene. Raila Odinga has exited local political scene smoothly. I'm coming back with that analysis because by yesterday, majority of ODM supporters had predicted that James Orengo was going to win or was going to be appointed as the chairperson of the ODM party, because yesterday over 47 county chairmen met and they were supposed to endorse Orengo. Last minute, they were stopped. So I'm coming back with that analysis why Orengo was stopped from becoming the next party leader and the politics behind the appointment of Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o. That is coming up shortly. For now, I also want to talk about something which happened on Monday. On Monday, William Samoei Arap Ruto, the president of the Republic of Kenya, who is also the UDA party leader, sent a message to Nairobi ODM chairperson George Aladwa to invite ODM members of parliament to State House and also to join William Ruto during his tour of Kibra. He was supposed to launch some affordable housing. Majority of ODM MPs boycotted that meeting. Let me just read for you a bit of the story, because I've also read the statement by State House denouncing that story. That story was actually the headline in the Daily Nation today. The story reads, just very briefly: several ODM members of parliament from Nairobi County on Monday boycotted a meeting with President William Ruto at State House. Some opened up about why they rejected the invite, exposing the tension in the government over recent political developments. After President Ruto struck a truce with ODM leader Raila Odinga, which saw 5 allies of the opposition leader named in the cabinet, there has been disquiet among some members of the Orange Party who felt the development would attract backlash from some of their supporters, which is the truth. This quiet rebellion by factions within ODM was behind the snubbing by some of the MPs of the president's invite. The first demonstrations of disapproval over ODM co-option in the Kenya Kwanza government. A text message sent to some of the MPs by ODM Nairobi chairman and Bakadara MP George Aladwa indicated that the president had requested the ODM lawmakers to accompany him to inspect the Kibra Soweto East affordable housing project. They were later to be hosted by the president at State House for a formal engagement. This is what the invitation was saying. I don't want to go beyond that. Good morning. I hope you've woken up well by the grace of God. Very urgent and sorry for the short notice. The president has requested we accompany him to High Rise Ward, Langata constituency in Nairobi County at 11 a.m. Then after the housing tour, we as ODM party Nairobi County members of parliament from Nairobi will have a sitting or meeting with His Excellency today, Monday, 9th September 2024 at State House. At the end of the day, George Aladwa joined Ruto, Elachi joined Ruto, Jalango joined Ruto, and Pasaris. Edwin Sifuna declined. The Kibra member of parliament who represents Raila Odinga in parliament declined. Babu Wino declined. TJ Kajwang declined. Timo Nyonyi declined. If you look at the people who attended and those who declined, you'll agree that the ones who declined are the true soldiers of Raila Odinga. So in this video, I want to explain to you guys why ODM members of parliament decided to boycott that event by William Samoei Arap Ruto. But before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into M-Pesa, Airtel, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think ODM members of parliament boycotted that meeting by the president? Hussein Mohammed, who is the government spokesperson, has tweeted something denying the story by the Daily Nation. This is what Hussein Mohammed is saying. Press statement on Daily Nation's misleading headline. We have taken note of the splash story in the Daily Nation today, Wednesday, 11th September 2024, titled Why Raila MPs Skipped Ruto's Meeting. The story is not only misleading, but also mischievous and baseless. The facts are as follows. On Monday, the 9th September 2024, President William Ruto inspected the progress of the 4,054 units Kibera Soweto East Zone B affordable housing project in Nairobi. After the event, the MP in attendance accompanied the president to State House for an informal lunch. Contrary to the story by the Daily Nation, there was no formal meeting as suggested. State House communicates or invites MPs or any other individuals or groups through official channels only. For Daily Nation to base its story on a source outside this official channel is both misleading and irresponsible. You can clearly tell from Hussein Mohammed's statement that the story is actually true. But what they don't want to accept is the fact that these ODM MPs boycotted this event. Because if you look at it critically, the statement is accepting that Ruto was in Kibera and that these MPs were also in State House. But why would ODM MPs refuse to join William Ruto after the handshake? Number one, I've gathered that William Ruto decided to invite the MPs as the president of the Republic of Kenya without going through the ODM party channel. So the ODM MPs placed phone calls to those within the party whether they were allowed to attend the meeting. Most of them were told no. Someone like Babu Wino has nothing to do with William Ruto and therefore he was not going to attend. But people like Orero placed phone calls and they were told, we've not invited you to State House. I remember when William Ruto was in Kisumu here during his visit to Nyanza, he had also arranged some meeting with elected MCs from Nyanza. That meeting was thwarted last minute because according to ODM party, if you allow William Ruto to start engaging directly with the members of parliament, with the MCs, the next day, those MCs will be swearing their allegiance to him. And that's exactly what he did to Uhuru Kenyatta. So ODM is working with William Ruto, but through structures, not just through calls. And that is why most of these MPs said, okay, we don't want to go. For example, TJ Kajwang, Orero, let's say Wanyonyi, they must toe ODM line. So they must ensure that at each and every moment, they are reviewed to be Raila's foot soldiers, not betrayers. Because assuming they went, it would be easy for someone to just say, okay, even ndio mumeanza. So that's the first reason. Failure by William Ruto and the team to invite these MPs through the official party channels. Maybe talk with Raila Odinga, then Raila Odinga to text Aladwa. If this text message had come from Aladwa, probably we would not even be talking about this incident today. Number two, it is also clear that the fallout as a result of the broad-based government is real, especially within ODM party. And I can now safely say that in ODM party, there are two factions. There is the faction which believes in that broad-based government led by Raila Odinga, and also there's another faction which is opposed to it. And that's where I'm seeing Orengo and his move of becoming the next party leader. That's why it was thwarted, because Orengo is viewed as someone who is on the other side. And because of those fallout, there was no way those who are opposed to the broad-based government were going to attend. Because if you attend, for example, Babu Wino is opposed to it and he has expressed it publicly. on many occasions. So assuming Babu Owino attended this event, what do you think would have, what kind of message do you think would have been outside there? That Babu Owino is now supporting the government of Kenya. So that fallout is forcing these guys not to attend. Number three, the ground is also hostile towards Ruto, especially in Nairobi. Remember, William Ruto invited ODM MPs, but he failed to invite UDA party MPs. Why? Because majority of UDA party MPs in Nairobi are currently pro Rigathi. So he wanted to communicate a message to Rigathi. But these guys told him, the ground is hostile. We can't be seen with you. If the ground was not hostile, I can assure you that all these MPs would have rushed to meet William Samoei Arap Ruto. So ground hostility. And lastly, ODM also did not want to get into UDA internal affairs. You know, UDA is currently fighting within itself. Two factions have emerged. William Ruto faction and the one for Rigathi Gachagua. In Nairobi, this meeting took place, but they were never invited because the president believes that most of them are pro Rigathi Gachagua. So I don't know what to think, but that's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.